that you's a hoe.
You's
a hoe. You's a hoe.
Some of you here tonight may have heard that song, You's a Hoe, before. Personally, I was introduced a few years ago by some male friends of mine. I remember that while these boys were laughing and singing, ho, ho, you's a ho, ho, I said that they not only thought that they were enlightening me on the wonderful lyrics of this song, but also that the song was in no way, shape, or form vulgar or demeaning towards women. I remember feeling so frustrated, so irritated, and so sickened by such sexist, narrow-minded views. I remember wondering why women like Alice Paul and other feminists never burned their bras, march, protest, and fought for equality regardless of sex. I realized they did this, though, because they had a dream. That dream was to eliminate sexism. Just like Martin Luther King had a dream that one day would live in a nation where one is not judged by the color of their skin, by the content of their character, these women had a dream that one day would live in a nation where one is not judged by their gender, but by the content of their character. I have the same dream, and I believe that with a combined commitment to social justice, and understanding that our core values as a society need revision, both men and women have the ability to eliminate sexism. Before I go any further tonight, I want to make this point very clear. This is not a battle of men versus women. Okay, it's not. I'm simply trying to point out tonight that the perspectives and the concepts in the past have been those made up by males. Regardless of that, it is as a society, both men and women, we need some revision, alright? So despite where we have come and how far we have come as a society, you're going a little too fast down there with the PowerPoint. Sexism is still prevalent and its ramifications are undeniable. The ramifications and reality of sexism can be seen within our mass media and pop culture. According to the article, The Right Sexuality for Girls, sexual objectification of girls and women is rampant. The idealized sex object has saturated our society. The effects are evident and the damage has caused women to objectify and place their own mental health at risk. Along with sexism within our pop culture and mass media, it can be seen within the workplace. Finally, you're on the right slide. The ramifications of sexism can be seen everywhere within our workplace. In 1963, legislation passed the Equal Pay Act, meaning equal salaries for an equal job. Employers must pay men the same as they pay women. Yet in 2011, there is still a wage gap. According to the Newsweek article, Are We There Yet?, the U.S. Department of Education data shows, are you ready for this, guys? Despite having earned higher GPAs in every subject, young women will make just 80% of their male colleagues. Even at the top end, female MBAs, guess how much we make less a year? $4,600 less than a man. A study conducted at the University of Florida found that men who have sexist attitudes and views get paid more. On average, guess how much they make more a year? $8,500 more a year for having a sexist attitude. Way to go, gentlemen. Dr. Catherine Drake, director of the Fashion Society, said, "Women have the right to dignity within their workplace and their daily lives. It is time for women and men to stand up against the sexist culture that has gripped our society. Men and women, organizations working together to attain social justice. They are known as feminists. They are often given a negative stereotype. Man-hater, lesbian, tree hugger. This is not true. This is not even close to what a feminist means. Stanford Encyclopedia says, feminist ethics means an attempt to revise, reformulate, and rethink those traditional aspects of Western ethics that devalue a woman's moral experience. To revise, to reformulate, is to change and challenge our thinking. Men, I want to start with you. I want you to picture a female in your life whom you love. This can be your mother, daughter, sister, girlfriend, wife. Choose whoever you'd like. I want you to picture them in your mind. I want you to think how you feel towards them, that love you have. Now what I want you to do is imagine if a man came up and was checking out her breasts, her thighs, her shape. He did not see her soul. What he saw was a sexual object. Sit with that. Ladies, I ask you tonight to think of a time when either male or female has objectified you, left you feeling self-conscious, discriminated against, or nothing more than a piece of ass. Undoubtedly, there are multiple layers of understanding in this room here tonight. Some of us perhaps have personally experienced the harsh reality of our sexist society. Some of us perhaps are just beginning to understand. But one thing I think that we can all agree on, sexism, in whatever form, is affecting our society. Both men and women can be feminist. As I stated before, it is to revise, reformulate, rethink. Together, we can liberate all genders and make a difference. What I'm going to ask of you now is think about the time when you or your loved one was a victim of sexism. Ask yourself if this behavior should continue to be accepted in society, or do we need revision? I think it becomes quite clear we need revision. We need revision to the structure of our gender roles within society. Our actions, both men and women, need to be understanding and educating and recognizing our role in this movement. We are responsible for the direction of our society. We must be willing to monitor and regulate our gender roles. We are the future. It is up to us to establish a society whose values reflect justice, freedom, and equality. Just as Martin Luther King had a dream that one day we'd live in a nation where one is not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, I have a dream that one day we are going to live in a nation where one is not judged by their gender, but by the content of their character. It is up to us, we the people. We have the ability to eliminate sexism.